Take number 45. So yeah, the reason there have been 45 takes is I am not the best on camera, and that is one of the skills I have been working on for this project. Now, whether or not, it also has to do with lighting and interruptions, so it's not entirely my fault, but mostly. So I have to work on those skills, and historically I haven't done many video projects where I've had to be on camera, so these are all skills I gotta develop. Being very awkward of myself, it's always fun. But we'll get there. We will get there. I'll guarantee it to sound something like a presidential candidate. Maybe wording, but not accent. That was off. That was terrible. Okay, all joking aside, because that is lovely. My biggest concern when working with the group is just the scheduling of everybody. Now, we did that at the beginning, developed it, but there's no real way we could have changed it as our schedules changed. Like, I didn't add a different class, but I did have different things I've signed up for since. But I'm the one of the freest schedules. And maybe had I thought about it longer, I wouldn't have put so many free hours later in the day, because I do like being home at a certain point, and the fact that I live an hour away. But otherwise, other members of my group are much busier on certain days than I think they originally put, or originally knew that they were going to be busy. And, makes scheduling a little difficult, but not that difficult as one might expect it would have. The other things are just, you have to work with other people, and you gotta put your ideas, and you can't just go with, this is a brilliant idea because I said so kind of thing, which I have done for other projects, not in this class, he says. So, that's just another thing. The other thing I'm just generally concerned, and I don't mean any disrespect at all, is just the fact that we all have the same, the project is, it's gotta be done this specific way. It's gotta be a video, and it's gotta be on this topic of coming of age, millennials, and your experience going, what you would give high schoolers, seniors, suggestions. So, the groupthink mentality is always there. People are going to have very similar ideas, and the fact that they're going to be roughly 20 minutes long, and there are roughly 6 groups, that's an hour and 20 minutes of not necessarily the exact same video, but definitely a very similar content of the video, which may get boring depending on when you're put, and if you don't break up watching these, given the other 2 classes, if we're saying they're the same size, that's 6 hours of grading. That's just watching, that's not even writing anything about it. So I'm just hoping that things actually have enough variability that I'm not giving it credit for. But I think, suggestion time, I think maybe in the future, if you ever do a video project like this, maybe trying to come up with something different for other people, for groups, like, not generally saying, hey, give some high schooler suggestions. Why not talk about coming of age in, like, different decades, different generations, different historical time periods. Something where there's enough variability that maybe not everything is exactly the same. Take it with a grain of salt, this is coming from a freshman. So, just in general, I do think this project has also been very helpful for some of the other things. I don't think I've become a better writer necessarily. I think I've become a better planner to writer. Better planner to writer. Yeah, English, Blake. It's my first language. So, all joking aside, I just specifically think it's helped me with planning, as I haven't done that very well, ever. I also think a little bit of helped me edit, but I generally don't do the editing, and I'm not doing it in this project because I don't like Macs. And the program has been suggested comes on a Mac, so Blake's not touching it. Third person again. So, all fun. I'm gonna end this now. English, it's your first language. Before I get on another tangent or something else. Have a nice day.